So good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I will do my presentation in English. Can I have my slides, please? Okay, so we are here today. My name is Harald, and I'm the CEO of Robonica. We are here today to talk about intelligent home growing, which is the future scenario of our world. There will be 9.2 billion people. 80% will live in cities, of course, and already 70% of the land it's used. What are the people needs? We need more valuable crops for ourselves, of course. They should be healthy. They should be fiber-rich. A lot of antioxidants should be in the crop we're eating. And of course, we need a lot of varieties. So when you go to the grocery shop, you get 3-4 kinds of tomatoes, and in every grocery shop you go, you can find only the same crops. It should be also at a reasonable price, because you can ship a crop from Pekino to New York. And it should be also convenient, so you should be able to grow crops that are not growing in the natural condition of their self. They should be everywhere. Of course, you should be able to grow everything everywhere on the planet. And of course, it should be all year round. What are the planet needs? Of course, we need to improve our food data, because agriculture, it's, as the presenter before me told, it's the most wasting water in the world. We should be able to reduce the transportation costs. So local farming, it's the future. Also, if you get a distributed model where the concept is not to have everything in a single piece, but a kind of distributed farming, we think that's a great solution. Of course, we have fertilizer overuse and the traditional crop, and it's also water stress. We present today an Internet of Things kitchen appliance. So our box, it's connected to the internet. It is hydroponics. It has modular design, so you have stackable options. It has smart lighting, so LED lighting with specific wavelengths, because the plants are not using all the wavelengths. It will have real-time sensing, so it could be considered as a small micro lab. So if you have a lot of these micro labs speaking to each other, you can extract really important data for yourself. It will have digitized multi-cartridge, pretty much like a printer. You will be able to have different cartridges for all the different kind of nutrients. Of course, there will be a lot of electronics in the box itself, so that you have active feedback, and you can extract those data, send it to the backend into the cloud, and then evaluate those data and send it back to the machine, so a kind of machine learning approach. We will have a smartphone app, of course. On the left, you see the overview. This shows when you have more than one box connected. Then you click on one single box, then you can see all the specification of the vegetable that is growing inside the box. You can play pause, and you can choose between different growing profiles. So some profiles could be given from universities, from the end user, and you can choose to make your own. We'll have real-time time-lapse, so you can take pictures of your plant, but you will also have the ability to watch through the stage of life of your plant, which are the best needs, and complete with pH and nutrients. We will have nutrients levels. Of course, it will look like a printer, so you will know which are the levels for the pH solutions and all the nutrients. You will have the pro setting, so if you're kind of agronomist or you think that you're smarter than the profile itself, you can create your own and share it to the community. And of course, you will have a store where you can buy the additional cartridges for nutrients and seed for the next round. Our system, it's composed by 3 main parts. So we'll have the hardware, it's our complete grow box. Consumables, which comprehend the vegetable, the seeds, the cartridges, and the digital profiles, and of course, software and data. So we don't know yet which is the value of the data we are recording, but we think that in the future this will be our driver market, because we need those data to improve our outside, so normal traditional farming for the increasing demand of food. It will consider it as a distributed lab, of course, and it analyzes profiles, and the last feedback is given by the human. So the human will tell to the machine if it was tasty enough, or it was not tasty, or too less, too little. Automated continuous improvement. So our machine will learn your tastes. So you can give the feedback to the machine itself, and actually feed the data that the machine is recording, and telling the machine itself that the tomato was too juicy or too less juicy. So for everyone in the future, everyone could be capable of growing the vegetable exactly perfect for him, not for the community, for him. So we can have different person in a normal family. So from the child to the grandma, everyone can have his own personalized crop. So the approach of the Internet of Things, of course, you see a lot of bubbles, a lot of circles going through the world. So you have sensors, so sensing. You have machine learning, because all those sensors will provide data to a central server which can evaluate those data. It's P2P, a kind of P2P connection. All the intelligence will be, of course, on the central server and proprietary. You have an active control, so you can actively control your machine, but also the taste, not only how the plant is growing. The most important thing we think in our product is to have human and machine working together, not as two separate parts. So you have the machine that it's replicating digital profiles through the input given by a user. And of course, each evaluation, each parameter takes the evaluation of all the other peers, so it's aggregate intelligence. Single-click simplicity. We think that simple, our box should be simple, so you need to grow something by pushing only a button. So it should be anywhere, anytime, and anyone should be able to grow the perfect crop for himself by pushing a button. The market exposure, we will be, today it's the blue arrow. We are filing the IPs. By the end of next week, we will file our IPs. We are in the middle of a seed round, and then we will be at Salone del Mobile, and we're already signed for the expo. By May, September, we will seek for an A-series round, and then after, in December, we will have our first box generation. We have a lot of partners. We make a lot of relations. So we have software partners. They provide us with all the big data, machine learning, and application for the iPhone or the Android. Then we'll have an engineering partner who's designing the box to get it as cheap as possible, because we need to have a high deploy of those machines because our revenues are on consumables. We're in contact with Facoltà Agraria di Pisa, with Pier Domenico Perata, who's the director, and they will provide us with all the biological studies. Our designer, it's Pei Associati. They already won the contest for Coca-Cola X in Pavilion in Expo, and they will provide us with the design. We have also a marketing partner. It's based in Los Angeles, because we think that's our driver market. They will make everything from the marketing to the branding to the channel distribution. We'll also collaborate with a startup that's here. It's Incube SRL. It's owned by Intesa San Paolo, and they will provide us with all business development and financials. Our IP legal partner is Mito. They have more than 50 patents being done at the moment, and they work with a lot of big industries. So this is our team. There's me, of course. We have our designer, our software architect, and our COO. It's our serial entrepreneur. He's kind of also business angel. All those three guys also business angels of my project. We have a great advisory board. 3 of them are from the US, and 2 are in Italy. Nancy Dewich, Bill Barber, and Joe from Incube SRL. Then we have Stefano Quintarelli and Maria Chiara Carrozza, who was the president rector of Sant'Anna in Pisa. So we think that US advisors are really important to us, because that's the first market we are going to show off. So from the revenue streams, our main revenue for the first year will be on boxes, of course. But if you take a look on the graph, you will see that the cumulative consumables, because it's kind of a loop, every 2 months, kind of an espresso model, it's cumulative, and you see how the curve explodes. Because if you have a churn rate, if you have a low churn rate, this means that the box are not disconnected after 2-3 times, because the box are growing good vegetables and quite good for the end user. You will have a lot of revenues on the consumables. From the big data, we don't know yet. We don't know how much the data will be valuable for us or for somebody else. But we think that's an important part of the project, and it's not included in the business plan, since we don't know which is the price for this data. So these are financial projections. In 2019, we have 3 boxes. We have a basic mass market box, a luxury box produced 100% in Italy, handmade, and 1,500 for a fridge-like box. And the average price for consumables, it's $25 for euros for 2 months. So it means about $12 a month. In this graph, 2019, you will see 340 million euros, and those without the data. So only by selling consumables and machines. Thank you.